Hello, this is Samuel from Action Figure Fury, and today I bring you a review of the Marvel Legends Deluxe War Machine release. It just came out a few months ago. I've been looking to get this. Was looking to get this figure for quite some time, and I've watched other people's reviews and read other reviews of this figure. I can see why it's so highly rated. This is a fantastic figure, probably one of the best Marvel Legends figures that Hasbro have released this year. This is absolutely phenomenal. If I can bring the figure in just a little closer so you can have a good look at it. Sorry, my workstation, my review station is a bit of a mess. As you can see, this figure looks absolutely phenomenal, and it's very. What I do love about this, as I grew up in the 90s and as well, I was first introduced to characters like War Machine and Iron Man and Spider-Man. This has a very 90s look, and I absolutely adore it. It looks incredible. This is the sort of iteration of War Machine I grew up with. I remember when there was a comic here in the UK which collected 3 different stories in a singular big issue, and I remember reading some with Iron Man and the War Machine in it, looking nigh like this. Of course, as well, in the 90s animated series, War Machine did look like this as well. So I really do like how Marvel Legends are getting nostalgic for the 90s with 90s looking character designs. I really do dig it a lot, especially as I grew up in the 90s, and this figure is absolutely exceptional. I do love the head sculpt as well. The silver and the black look really good. I do like the red there. It's a little bit over, but it's a tiny little small gripe, but the head sculpt itself is absolutely incredible. I'll bring it in so you can have a close look at it. It looks so good, so 90s. I love it. I do love the pronounced eyebrows there and the pattern in the middle of the head. Looks really nice. Hasbro have done a fantastic job with this figure, I have to say. I can see why it was liked so much. I absolutely adore it as well. The silver and the black is mostly clean for the most part. I've got a little bit of black poking through, but it's on the sides you don't really see it, so it doesn't really bother me. I haven't got too much marbling effect either on my one, so very happy with that. Of course, this is one of the first figures Hasbro done with the pinless joints in the arms, and it works so well. It works so well. Silver and black look really good, and now I've opened this figure up in hand, I really am tempted to get that Silver Centurion. Looks really good. Hasbro have done a phenomenal job with this figure. I do dig it a lot. Unfortunately, I haven't got the 80th anniversary Iron Man for him to go with, which is a shame, because they would look so good together. But unfortunately, I haven't got it, and I'm not too sure if Hasbro are ever going to release it or re-release it or anything. Though I could see it happening possibly with 90s retro card like they're doing the Spider-Man and the X-Men stuff, so never say never. That'd be really cool if that happens. It'd be a good way of re-releasing it, and hopefully can get my hands on that then if they ever do that. They're doing the Fantastic Four stuff as well. Shouldn't ramble too much, but it just does look absolutely phenomenal. And before going over the accessories, I'll go over the articulation. The head is on a ball joint here, so you go up and down, all that good stuff. The neck is also... No, there's no articulation. Oh, there is a little bit of articulation in the neck, which you can pivot forward and backwards like so. His guns are on ball joints. They sit on a swivel, and they can go up and down a bit, but these do pop off, and you can switch them around, which is really nice, because if you notice on the back of the packaging here, it has them flipped the other way around, which is pretty cool. I wonder why they did that, but after watching the review, I found that you can switch them around if you wanted to, so there's plenty of customization options for War Machine. The shoulders on the ball joints, so you can go up like far. These are soft, so it doesn't get in the way too much. Go down, go forward, backwards. He's also got a bicep swivel, which works really well. Double jointed elbows, so you can get a full range of motion like that, which is really nice. On this wrist here, you have a in and out, so it goes in and out like that. On this wrist here with the gun, is it got the same? Yeah, it's got the same in and out motion as well, which is really cool. So you can go in like that and out. It's only hindered by the gun, but the gun's quite soft plastic. It's also got a ab crunch, so it goes forward that back like that. The sculpt's it doesn't get interrupted at all, which is really nice. Goes forward pretty well. Has a swivel as well at the waist, which is really good. It's got ball jointed hips, so you can go forward like that. Backwards not too far, bum gets in the way. It does go out. It's also got a swivel at the thigh here, which works really well. A bit stiff. It's also got double jointed knees, which works really well. And he's got hinge at the ankle and also can rock as well. So he's got proper ankle rocks, or ankle rocking ankle. So he's got a full range of motion for a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure, and I'm really, really impressed with it. It gets some nice poses. But what I really do love about this figure, aside the general aesthetic with the silver and the black design and the 90s look, are the accessories. You get a ton of accessories with this War Machine figure, which makes him well worth the money. I'll show you the biggest accessory off first. This is the effects piece, which you make him stand up, look like he's got with a thruster effect, like he's about to take off. This works really, really well. So you've got the little peg holes in about the middle of the feet, so you can just once you've found it, it does take a bit of finagling to find. Once you got the feet on like that, once you got the pose working well, your War Machine posed. Oh, that wasn't on that one. It's a bit of a faff to get the feet just right on there. But once you got it, it does look really darn cool. And I do love how it starts as grey at the bottom and goes into the actual flames. But you can also take these out of here. So if you've got a flight stand, looks like he's flying effect, which is nice to know. That came with the Iron Man 2022 one as well. Came with these effects. Isn't as colours, isn't as detailed as this one. And also these effect pieces are separate down here, but you can easily put them together, and that's how I like to display. If I was to display War Machine like this, that's how I'd have them together like that. So it's a really, really nice piece, painted very well. Also you get, as you can see here, I've got two of the smoking barrels for the gun, for his arm cannon. You can also get, for the arm cannon, these effect pieces. They also use these effect pieces with the is it the Deadly Origins, or the, I'm not too sure what Black Widow figure it is. I've got it, haven't unboxed it yet, but the 90s-esque looking Black Widow, you get these effect pieces. You get those little smoke effects, and you get these as well, which easily you can just plug these out of there like so and plug them in. Like that, which is really, really cool. So you can get your War Machine in a variety of cool poses and display options of how you want to have him firing his weapons. Really, really nice. I do like them. And also you can use these with other Marvel Legends figures as well, which is really, really sweet. So you can get some good poses there, like he's firing off 2 shots. Really, really nice. There's also another effect piece for for the arm cannon. Is this big sort of machine gun effect. If you're familiar with Mezco figures, you know they come with a similar effect piece of bullets. This one obviously doesn't have that; it's a much cheaper figure. But it's this is a similar effect, and this just covers. You have to get it right over the gun, like so. Bam! Looks like he's having a machine gun effect, so you can have him sort of have the arm rotated, like so. Bit stiff, but you can have this sort of arm rotated like that, so he looks like he's firing. You can bring the arm up if you want to. It does get slightly hindered by this shoulder strap, but you can have the gun like that, or it's like he's firing up his opponents. Really, really cool. I do like the effect going from a yellow to an orange to a red. Looks really, really nice. I do like the variety of effect pieces with this figure is incredible. And that's all for those ones. But the two biggest ones, the one when they first showed this figure off at Toy Fair, I was, if you've seen the figure at Toy Fair, you know what I mean. They had effects pieces for these, and I do have them here. You do get for the Gatling gun, which is really, really cool. You can bring these forward. I'll bring them forward for the sake of this bit. You've got the Gatling gun here, and you've got a rocket launcher. For the Gatling gun, you get this really cool Gatling gun effect. So that just pegs over the bait over it like that. Really, really cool. And for the rocket one, missile launcher, you get these. This is absolutely sweet. These rockets are removable. I don't know why, but they made them that way. There's no real reason to do that at all. But I do love the inclusion of this accessory, and it does look absolutely cool. And again, you see the awesome smoke effect on full display. So you can put this over. So once you get the right way round, over like that, and that looks absolutely awesome. I do love the sort of semi-translucent effect to it. It really does show off does really come across in hand, not so much on on camera doesn't show up too well, but it does look absolutely cool. The semi-translucent effect on that looks absolutely awesome. I do love these effects pieces. I'm quite undecided how I'm going to display this War Machine in my collection with these various effects pieces. They really do look outstanding. And the final accessory is the James Rhodes head. Now this is very 90s, as you can see with the buzz cut. The camera does not want to focus today. Just doesn't want to focus on the head if I bring it forward. Don't know why it doesn't want to focus too well. Usually focuses a lot better than this. Don't know why it's playing up today. Come on. Bear me a second. Alright, bear me a second. Trying to get it to... It's just... There we are. Now it wants to focus. I do like the buzz cut, the fade at the top, really cool. Really, really nice. Very, very 90s. Do dig this a lot. The eyes are really clean as well. What's nice as well, you could display this figure with the James Rhodes heads on. The James Rhodes head and him holding the helmet in his arm. And the only tiny gripe I could have with this figure is it would be nice to have had some interchangeable hands. Would have been nice for this War Machine figure. But I'm very, very happy with everything he comes with. This is a fantastic looking figure. And in the UK, this figure costs about £30, which is still for the figure and all the accessories he comes with. And I know this is a Target exclusive in the States. Well worth getting. If you haven't got this figure yet, highly recommended. Definitely in my top Marvel Legends releases this year, and probably maybe as well making my top figures of 2020 as well. This figure will probably pop up somewhere in there as well. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, share and subscribe, and bye for now.